Resolved, children should not be taught gun safety. Not only are children too young to understand how dangerous guns can be, but also teenagers are also too immature to recognize the dangers that come with handling guns. Emma Redlinger, a 14-year-old girl from Benton, Iowa, recently died when she was accidentally shot in the head by a friend. Based on our research, in many cases, children are playing with guns without realizing the potential dangers of what could happen. In the article, Guns in the Home Proving Deadly for Kids, a boy promised never to touch his mother's gun. But one day, he found the gun and showed it to a neighbor, when somehow the gun discharged, killing the boy. This is significant because once again, there was a child playing with the gun, not realizing the potential dangers and consequences that could transpire. Also, ABC News did a hidden camera experiment with kids whose parents thought they taught gun safety. The police placed young kids in a room alone with unloaded guns. Within minutes, the kids found the guns and didn't follow the gun safety rules that they had been taught. They handled the gun to see if they were real, and some kids even looked down the barrel of the gun. Both of these events show that even when kids were taught gun safety, they still, regardless of what they were taught, could have put themselves and others in serious danger. Each year, several children hurt themselves or others in gun-related accidents. Therefore, the risks of young children learning to shoot far outweigh the rewards. According to Cindy Carcamo in her article, Gun Rangers Debate Child Safety, a 9-year-old girl accidentally shot and killed her instructor teaching her how to shoot a Uzi submachine gun. This young girl is now burdened with this man's death when it really wasn't her fault. Instead, it was the adults whose fault it was. It was the adults who thought it was a good idea to hand a novice 9-year-old girl a gun sometimes uncontrollable for even a grown man. Also, according to Doug Esser in his article, Death of a Washington Boy, third gun accident in 3 weeks. Over the span of 3 weeks in Seattle, Washington, there were 3 gun accidents involving the death of 2 children and the serious injury of another. First, a toddler shoots himself in the head. Second, a young girl dies when a sibling accidentally discharges a firearm. And third, a schoolgirl is seriously injured when a gun goes off in a boy's backpack. These are all tragic events, but you have to ask, what is the advantage to having young children learning gun safety? Parents should be responsible and keep guns away from young children and wait to introduce guns to them when they're older and more mature. So, if these children hadn't been introduced to guns and gun safety, they wouldn't have known about the operations of guns, and maybe these tragic events, like the death of Emma Redlinger, could have been avoided.
My opponent may say that children shouldn't learn gun safety because children aren't ready to be around guns, but we disagree. Children are always ready to be around guns if they learn gun safety. In the article, Safety Rules of Necessity, Farmer, a gun enthusiast, stated that at some point in a child's life, he or she will come in contact with a gun, and the outcome will be determined by the gun safety the children was taught. The most logical conclusion we can draw from this evidence is that children are always ready to be around guns if they have been taught gun safety. Therefore, children are definitely ready to be around guns if they learn or have learned gun safety. My opponent may also say that children should learn gun safety because the risk is higher than the reward, but we disagree. Children should indeed learn gun safety because the reward of gun safety is actually higher than the risk. Based on my own experience and the experience of all my opponents, after the small time it takes to learn gun safety, guns become a part of your life that will make you so happy, allow you to provide for your family and protect for your family if a certain time calls for it. This is significant because if a child is taught gun safety the right way, the risk will diminish and only rewards can happen, like it has for me and all my opponents. Therefore, children should learn gun safety for the higher reward.
On out. On average, 5 children a day are stripped of their lives due to accidental firearm safety use. This shows that children need to be taught firearm safety. Death by a gunshot wound is the #2 killer of children between ages 10 and 24. This is relevant because teaching children proper firearm use at a young age, they will know what to do if they find some form of firearm or are using one. Firearms are like power tools. According to Butch Jensen, an instructor at a local shooting range in Tucson, Arizona, he states children need to learn to use a gun just like they would a power tool or any other kitchen utensil. The fact that firearms are like power tools illustrates that it is no different than learning how to use an instrument correctly. Whatever the tool may be, it's nearly the same. Without the knowledge of firearms, guns can be a worldwide killer. According to MSNBC, nearly 10,000 American children are injured or even killed due to firearms every year. And this is just in America. The fact that nearly 10,000 American children are injured or killed due to firearms tells that the children should learn gun safety, because if they're not taught gun safety about firearms, they will continue to take their own lives and the lives around them. Does society want their children to make up these 10,000? Safety of firearms should be taught to these children.
My opponent may say young children should be taught gun safety, but I disagree. Young children shouldn't touch a gun, because from the article Gun Ranges Debate Child Safety, a gun instructor gave a 9-year-old girl a fully automatic Uzi, and right as she pulled the trigger, the gun went over her head and killed the instructor. And it was also her first gun to ever shoot. This article has proven that children aren't strong enough to handle the recoil of a gun. Therefore, young children should not be taught gun safety. Also, my opponent may say that if young children know how to use a gun, they won't play with them, but I disagree. Young children are very curious, even though what the gun can do, but they still don't understand how it could be very deadly. One example from Guns in Homes are proving deadly for kids. A boy promised never to touch his mother's handgun, and one day she was gone and the boy took it, and he took it to a neighbor's house, and the gun went off and killed the boy. Therefore, gun safety should not be taught to young children because they're very curious.